Sixth part of when you were with your mafia husband's child and his obsessive brother tries to hurt you. Author point of view. You saw your target laughing with a woman. Finding a best thought you stood firm and pulled out from the holder. You were good at taking aims, and today you were going to kill him. Looking around you made sure that you were not under anyone's eyes. Then you aimed at him and fired. A hole was made in his head and he fell down. Hall was at chaos, but mixed voices confused you. The name with which they were calling him. Placing back the you made your way to that party where people were gathered. Yeah, Daniel. He was not we. Guards were now alerted. Many people were running to leave the place. You looked around in fear. Guards stopped everyone to leave. Jan, where is he? They were still in mosque, and you failed to find him. You stuffed back the earpiece. Jan, Mark, you tried to connect with him, but there was silence from the other side. Guards, no one will move from their place. Jan, come on, Mark. You were panicking. Finally, it worked. Jan, Mark, guide me to sneak out. He himself is out right now. The voice came out of the device, and you doubted your senses. Jan, how would you find him in the party when he was not there? Surprise, my little fairy. Anger and fear rushed adrenaline through you. Jan, don't you dare to hurt him, He laughed mockingly. Guards were forcing people in line and checking them for any weapon. Why? What will you do? Jan, I am definitely going to kill you. A was attached to your head. Guard, show your identity. You smirked behind the mask. Jan, they don't know me. What if I resist and they kill me? The question was for V. That scared V as you sounded like you will do it. Yeah, no one will hurt her. While he was calling his people, Guard, remove your mask. His phone buzzed, getting the moment you shot. Real chaos began and you were under many points. You fell back, but soon you were surrounded with all the cards. They held you alive. Noah, move away. No one will hurt her. The guards stepped back. Noah, does Taehyung knows that you are here? People started whispering. You sighed and took off your mask. The hall fell in a gasp. John, you are again interfering, old man. All faces have shocking expressions by how you talked. Noah, be careful with your words. You don't know my power. Jan, you are a useless father and that is all. His face turned red. We burst in from the entrance. He was out of breath. You hit your elbow in guard's face and snatched it from his hand. In a moment you had fired on V, and Noah came in front of him. Dad. He wasn't on your list. He fell in V's arms as it hit him in his chest. You did not feel any guilt and wanted to aim again on V, but they were covered by guards. For a few seconds you lacked the attention and ran from there. You ran out of the building and marched to Mark's car. With a sinking heart you opened the door and he was alone, but writhing as he was beaten to a pulp. Jan, Mark, are you okay? Mark, yeah, just cannot move anymore. That sarcastic boy. You pushed him towards the passenger seat and started driving. Jan, call Taehyung. Mark, now? I told you to come back. Just do it. No single vehicle behind yours, and that was carrying you more. Mark, he is not picking. Where are we going? Jan, my mansion. You were driving fast. Mark, I am saved from V, but I think Taehyung will kill me for this stunt. Jan, shut up. He screamed when the car halted with a jerk. A bunch of cars were in your way. Mark, back. He panicked more than you. I know. He threw it on him. Jan, shoot. Tires of car screeched as you turned it towards the back. Mark, no, I cannot. You can't do it, stupid. You yelled. He was handling it when a car took over yours. You had to stop, Mark. Ah, they will kill me. I am not even married yet. He was crying with tears while you were staring through the glass. Snatching it back, you stepped out of the car. Mark, this crazy girl. A man stepped out of the car and you raised your hand. Before you would shoot, you were caged in arms from behind. Jan, leave. Stop it. He pulled it from your hand and made you look at him. His voice calmed you. Jan, you only saw anger in his eyes. He stuffed you in Mark's car and took the driver's seat. Mark even stopped breathing and passed you a blaming look. You helped Mark to come in. He sat down while yelping in pain. Taehyung looked at head to toe. Your party wear with a slip, heavy makeup, high heels. He was in relief that you were all fine, but he wasn't in any rush to show that. You planned all this and didn't bother to tell me. You flinched, and Mark was near to die when he yelled. Does your brain cells work even a little? How dangerous that party was. Anyone could have shot you, and you went there all alone. Jan, this tongue runs a marathon when you want to argue, and now it is stuttering. Mark prayed for himself. You looked down, and you? His death glares fell on Mark, who was getting treated by Sermon. Mark, she told me that you know about all this. That left Taehyung shocked, and you. He walked to you. Miss Yan, you have something to stutter about this too. You were mumbling inaudible words, and he sighed. Ta, this girl. Your head hung more low. A guard came in. He looked at Taehyung and then at you. Spit now, guards, sir. Mr. Noha was shot and is shifted to emergency. You almost forgot that stunt. Mark's eyes widened at you, guessing that it was you were doing. Taehyung, keep your eyes on them. No one will leave the mansion. He walked out with the guard. Mark, don't tell me that you. Sean, he is a criminal. Mark, and your husband's father too. You pulled your own hair. Jan, he came in front of me. Mark, you lied that Taehyung knows, and I trusted you. You let out a heavy sigh. You were worried that how he will react after knowing that you shot his father. You were in your room, changing in a night dress. You were waiting for Taehyung and fell asleep on the couch. Your eyes opened at the thud. He looked tired. Jan, Taehyung, you leapt to him, and he silently went to bathroom. While biting your lips, you stood there. He stepped out after half an hour. Jan, have you eaten? Should I bring the... He went to bed and pulled over the duvet. Jan, how is Mr. Noha? You climbed over the bed when he didn't answer. Jan, I did not want that. He came in front of me. He switched off the lamp off his side and hid his face under the duvet. You tried, but he didn't talk to you last night. Guards told you that Noah was fine. You were making breakfast when he entered. Jan, breakfast? No. He was making coffee. You tried to help, but he rejected. Jan, I shot at V and he came in the way. You were about to cry at the silent treatment. Ta, hats off to you that you have no idea what you did wrong. Jan, I am telling you, I didn't plan to hurt your dad. He harshly placed the coffee mug on the shelf. Ta, why did you even plan? That is the problem, Jan. You low bit bird out. Jan, sorry. He was leaving the kitchen and you hugged him. Jan, I didn't eat last night and waited for you, and I will not have breakfast without you. That was more than enough to melt that cold mafia. He separated you and made you sit on the chair. He also sat and served you. Jan, are we good now? Getting no answer, you stood and sat down. Jan, now you felt how he was controlling himself. How can he stay angry when love of his life was sitting close? Ta, only for breakfast. Jan, please. Ta, then only in exchange of punishment. You smiled. Jan, then punishment is more like a reward. Jan, then it is cancelled. You whined, and now he smiled. To be continued. Thanks for watching and love you all.